I've been with the Minnesota Channel since June of 2004. The stories that we've been able to tell over the last 9 years have really begun to evolve and become more complex. I've been fortunate to be able to tell a lot of stories related to the work that our veteran and military folks have been doing. In 2009, I was able to embed with the Minnesota National Guard for a short trip to Basra, Iraq, to take a look at how deployments really affect not just the soldiers who are deployed, but also the families who are left behind.
How long is Daddy going to be gone?
For one birthday and one Christmas.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I'm going to miss every one of them, every 15, 20 of them.
Over the course of the year, I was able to create a number of relationships with families who are left behind, and through the use of home videos and TPT interviews was able to gather a lot of what it's like to go through a deployment when you're left behind. More recently, in 2012, I was able to embed again with the Minnesota National Guard, but this time I went to Zabul province in southeast Afghanistan to look at the work that 22 Minnesota National Guard soldiers were doing in that region to help Afghans essentially learn how to help themselves through increasing some agricultural knowledge.
Fixed agriculture here is going to be a long process, and so really we're going to have the biggest impact on the children.
What are these?
Being able to interact with the children has given me a very renewed sense of hope.
Ultimately, I would have liked to have brought a professional videographer with me on both of my trips overseas. It became an issue with the Afghanistan project of safety, and one where if something bad were to happen, how would that play on my conscience for the rest of my life if I had brought someone with me and you know, the unforeseen would happen.
We're going to move out!
For that trip, I would be my own videographer and play the role of producer and videographer. In taking that route, I guess it was a happy accident in that that particular project really felt a lot more intimate than it may have had I had another crew member or two crew members with me. It was me and a camera with the soldiers that I was embedding with. It seemed like the soldiers were able to forget about me, whereas if it would have been more of us, we may not have gotten some of the same type of experiences that I was able to capture. I'm never really sure how the work we do, affects people until we bring it into the community. And with Bridging War and Hope, there was a screening event in which maybe 300 or 400 people were present, and I was able to, watch the work with people. And I was able to hear people react, whether it's laughter or a moment that touches their heart. Each partner brings their own perspective. Each partner allows me to learn from them and vice versa. I'm not an expert in much of anything. I know a lot about television production, but beyond that, that's where my expertise stops. So to be able to work with experts in the healthcare field, or to be able to work with experts in higher education or military experts, whatever the case may be, that partnership really allows my work to flourish. And that's where it comes back to the power of media.